Each of these four are big issues. The first three, grief, anger, and guilt, will obviously require more attention than can be given in a short video clip. But permit me to offer some very general observations. The first three can actually be intertwined all at once. And the fourth can be a symptom of having to deal with any of the first three. Grief is an unavoidable aspect of life. At various points in life, one will be confronted with loss of all sorts. By no means is grieving natural or appropriate only in the instance of a physical death. While death is a foremost cause of grief, we can grieve too, for example, when a cherished relationship ends, or a professional career is harmed or lost, a home with all its treasured associations destroyed, and so on. We understandably grieve when life as we know it is altered by forces beyond our control, or even as the result of poor choices we ourselves have made, especially if we have brought harm to others. Anger often arises when we feel we've been made to suffer something unjustly or inexplicably, very frequently arising when we feel wronged by another person or a system of one kind or another. Guilt, too, is an emotion with which we all likely have some familiarity, on account of accepting we're not perfect. We've made mistakes, and sometimes others have had to bear negative consequences from our actions. So, what might one do to treat of grief, anger, and guilt in one's life? The first thing I would counsel is to be as completely truthful with oneself as one can be. Honestly figure out where one's own responsibility begins and ends in a given situation. Am I the cause of the situation producing any of these emotions or not? If I am, whether singly or together with others, am I prepared to accept proportionate responsibility and seek amends for anyone hurt or wronged as a consequence of my deeds, my neglect, or something I've said? If one does with sincerity at least this much, there is a good start towards healing the wounds caused. While further effort and reparative work may remain to be done, a good, right first step is essential. The second thing I would counsel is to, wherever possible, seek outside help if the situation is bigger than you can reasonably handle on your own. There are, after all, professionals trained in techniques and processes for grief therapy you can avail yourself of. And there are other providers who have expertise in issues of anger and guilt. Therapeutic counseling can be hard work, to be sure, and it can sometimes involve uncovering and confronting painful realities. But solid therapeutic effort can truly aid in the liberation from griefs, angers, and guilts that you may well have felt oppressive in their power and effects. Forgiveness asked for and received is a powerful medicine. In some sense, with grief, anger, and guilt, one must ultimately decide to claim the authority within oneself to let go of these emotions and deny them the grip on you they may otherwise possess. Any of the three can be emotionally crippling, with wider implications for your own happiness and that of those close to you. Now, exhaustion is its own thing. Exhaustion may be physical, mental, emotional, or even spiritual. That is to say, vitality and strength of any of them has been tapped out. Weariness of body, mind, or spirit requires rest and refreshment, quite simply. The point is where to find it and how to go about getting it. Sleep? Critically important. Get what your body craves of it at the earliest opportunity. Without adequate sleep, neither body, mind, or spiritual functioning can be expected to be optimally healthy. Family and/or friends? We need the love and support of others. Seek it out and accept it where offered. We can't do life well alone. Professional counseling, be it a medical consult, psychotherapy, or the counsel of a trusted spiritual figure, Chances are there are already people near at hand for you to call upon who really can help you work through whatever troubles you. Anyone who has had to cope with a life-threatening illness, whether in oneself or a loved one, has probably drunk deeply of any or all of these life-sapping forces, as if the illness itself wasn't enough to deal with. When it's a sick child involved, they can bear even more potency. The good news is that none of them need overwhelm and take you down. The will to first survive and then to thrive must be summoned, and well-being actively pursued.